handoff from the gun. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important.
Maybe some room here. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Got his man on the right.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Makes the catch. Oh, what a move to get open. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So the Louisville Cardinals offense will now get its first chance with the football. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. The play-action fake. Pressure coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Man, you talk about starting a game in style. You dream about getting to the quarterback and getting sacks. How about this? Back-to-back sacks for that young man on 2 plays. That is a dream start.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now, after the sack, there is a man still down. That is their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, it's Cherry. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's 3rd down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the 4th down.
And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Well, they're able to complete the hitch throw against man coverage, and hey, quarterback's got to be able to get it to him quickly because he knows that defender's going to be driving on the ball. So really nice job not hesitating, getting it to him, and then he gets what he can get after the catch.
To the air on second down. Throws for the tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, they're trying to hit the tight end on a corner throw downfield. Nice job defensively running with the big fella and knocking it away.
He's got it. Still running at the 40. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Noles with the 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Out of the backfield, he's open. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Not the start the offense wanted. They punted on the opening drive, and now they're in a 4th down situation in their own end of the field. And what are you going to do if you're the coach now? I know you want to be aggressive and you want to stay on the field. You want to try to kickstart this offense, but this is a very dangerous place early in the game to gamble. I can't wait to see what his decision is.
Kick is in the air. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. From the gun, looking for a man. Under fire. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the 1st down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. Makes the catch. It's McCoy. Knocked down for the tackle.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Bottled him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. First play of the period, first down here. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. Flips it out on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Well, we saw them have to punt on the last drive. That's not the case so far this time. Much better job executing there on third down. I know it's early. Third play of this drive, and picking that up, that should give this offense tons of confidence and a little bit of juju here moving forward.
Scanning the field, it's Daniels. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Hey, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the fourth sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Makes the catch. And you don't get nearly enough on third down. Fourth down coming from the 48. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Just couldn't get loose. They stop him right at the line, and they don't convert on fourth down.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Going deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground with the running back. Here's a little room there. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Louisville!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. Oh, and they blocked it. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Forced State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Or will they dial up? Second and a long way to go. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Complete to the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And the Seminoles peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Could be an alley. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They've hit them with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Makes a catch. Touchdown, Florida State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he tacked on the extra point. Coming out with it, it's Hughes. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll run this play from the pistol. He'll start this drive firing. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. He'll set up to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
And the Cardinals come to the line in the hurry-up. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up and then...
Going for the big play. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Here we go. Ready. 1, 2, 3. Set. Go.
Wants to keep it in the air. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's McCoy. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Cardinals will line it up on 1st and 10. Handoff for Brown. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a 1st down. So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Unloads quickly. Got enough space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Here's the pressure. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And sometimes the quarterback grabs the football so quick and tries to get out of his hand, rushes it a little bit on these quick throws. Sometimes they don't even grab the laces, and you could tell he just grabbed it, threw it a little bit too quick, and missed behind the wide receiver.
The give to the tailback. Maybe a crease. And they'll stop him short of the 1st down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. Louisville calls its 2nd timeout. They'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. And the Noles decide to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Here comes the heat. It's complete on the right side. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific 2nd half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today, so let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. Let's take a look at the USF Bulls taking on the UTSA Roadrunners. And it's the Bulls with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. The victory gets this team to 4-2. It has not been a perfect start, but they are right in position entering the second half. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside Conference USA. Now back to your game in Louisville. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll put toe together and get this second half started. He'll bring it out. It's Hughes. And the returner will be brought down. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block.
There's a crease. Take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cardinals. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point is good. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands.
Number 40.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. To the air, it's Daniels. Pocket breaking down. Quickly complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Seminoles moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. The quick out. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Now the play fake. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Seminoles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass. It's Daniels. Firing to the right, complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Rush is on him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude,
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Racing down the left side. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. The defense putting points on the board. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And how about the defense coming up huge? It looked like this was going to get really, really close, and they do what they do, man. Make that one big play, Palmer, force not only the turnover, and then take it all the way back to the house. They look like they're about to give up points, and then all of a sudden, they get points of their own.
And that was a bad decision by the quarterback, too, David. I get it. You're trailing on the scoreboard, but you got to know you can't get it all back on one throw. He threw that into traffic. Give the defense credit. They were where they needed to be. They didn't just pick it off. They took it to the house and added insult to injury.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He rifles one deep down the right side. Hits the crease. Past the 10. Touchdown, Knowles. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end, but forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on fourth down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll give it to Isaac Brown. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Soften him up with a run, now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly and push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
Go, go! Go, go!
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Here's a heat. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their 1st pick here late in the game. And the Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Got it. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. The Knowles are in the hurry up. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got it set up on the outside. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Oh, he's got some space. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the 1st down on a 2nd and long.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the 1st down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, fine.
Makes the grab and room to run. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air, it's Daniels. He's got the back in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give out of the gun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Seminoles kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking to fire. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Pass. Now we're to the 3rd and goal. You'd like to see this part of the field where you can exert some of that physicality, run the football. I know you're doing it. I know the field shrinks, but I'm going to be tougher than you, more physical than you, and I'm going to run the football down.
He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Foley. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The Cardinals can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Richardson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Fires one high and deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Cardinals will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Catches it at the 15. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This offense trying to keep the momentum going. They scored the last time they had it. The defense got it back for them, and now a chance to take the lead. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. To the air, it's Daniels. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing the pressure in his face.
Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right?
Breaks into the open. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now 2nd down as they try to run this clock.
Here we go. Ready. Wide. Where did he go? Where did he go?
Brown again. And he'll be brought down.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left. The Cardinals getting set on 1st and 10. The give and tick, 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 tick. No wasted time as the defense uses a timeout here. 1:54 left to play.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. One more time, it's Brown. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Florida State calls its 3rd and final timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. There he goes. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock, and it will be your friend. And the quarterback takes a knee. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to win.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.